Are you wondering why intimacy isn't quite what it used to be after 70? As we age, our bodies go through some surprising changes, and these changes can affect our sex lives in ways we didn't expect. You might have noticed that things feel different, or maybe you're feeling frustrated by the changes in your body that are making intimacy less enjoyable. But what exactly happens to our bodies as we get older? Why does sex seem so much more difficult now than it used to be? And what can we do to keep our intimacy alive and healthy? In this video, we're going to talk about 5 key body changes that could be affecting your sexual health after 70. Whether it is changes in hormones, circulation, or even how we feel about ourselves, these shifts can impact our desire and ability to connect with our partners. We'll break each one down in simple terms so you understand exactly what's going on with your body. Plus, we'll give you actionable advice that you can use to improve your intimacy and overall well-being. As we go through this, you might find that some of what we talk about sounds familiar. You might have noticed these changes yourself, or you might be wondering if they're normal. The good news is, you're not alone. These changes are a common part of aging, but that doesn't mean they can't be managed or improved. Together, we'll explore ways to feel better, more connected, and more comfortable in your body. Have you noticed any changes in your intimacy as you've gotten older? Do you have questions or experiences you'd like to share? We'd love to hear from you. Leave your thoughts or any questions in the comments below, and let's talk about how we can all navigate these changes together. Hormonal changes, the silent culprit. As we age, our bodies go through many changes, and one of the most significant changes involves our hormones. Hormones like estrogen and testosterone naturally decrease over time, and this can lead to a number of physical changes that affect our sexual health. For women, a drop in estrogen levels can bring about vaginal dryness, which can make intimacy uncomfortable or even painful. For both men and women, reduced testosterone levels can lower libido or sexual desire, making it harder to feel interested in sex. One example of this is the story of a 70-year-old woman named Linda. Linda had been in a loving marriage for many years, but over time, she began to notice that intimacy had become less comfortable for her. She felt a sense of dryness that made sex feel painful, and this affected her confidence and her connection with her husband. At first, Linda wasn't sure what was happening, but after talking with her doctor, she discovered that her decreased estrogen levels were the cause of her discomfort. After trying natural lubricants, Linda found significant relief and was able to enjoy intimacy with her partner again. These lubricants, often available over the counter, can provide immediate comfort for those experiencing vaginal dryness. There are also other options available that can help manage hormonal changes. One solution is hormone replacement therapy, which can help boost estrogen or testosterone levels. HRT can be a good choice for some individuals, but it's important to speak with a healthcare professional before starting any kind of treatment. Your doctor can help determine if HRT is right for you, based on your personal health and any other conditions you may have. If HRT isn't an option or isn't suitable, don't worry, there are other ways to manage these changes. In addition to using lubricants, some people find that adjusting their lifestyle, like eating a balanced diet, staying active, and managing stress, can help improve overall sexual health. Speaking to a doctor about these changes can give you the best advice on how to feel more comfortable in your own body. Remember, it is important to know that these changes are completely natural and a part of the aging process. Your body may be changing, but that doesn't mean you can't feel comfortable and confident again. There are many solutions out there, and the first step is talking to your healthcare provider. Don't hesitate to ask for help or try new options. Everyone's journey is different, and finding what works for you will make all the difference in maintaining a satisfying and fulfilling intimate life. Decreased blood flow, the hidden impact on sexual health as we age. Our bodies undergo various changes, and one of the most important factors that can affect sexual health is the decrease in blood circulation. blood flow naturally slows down over time, and this reduction can have a direct impact on sexual response for both men and women. When blood doesn't flow as freely to the areas needed for arousal, it can make intimacy less satisfying and more difficult to achieve. For men, this often leads to erectile dysfunction, where it becomes harder to achieve or maintain an erection. In women, decreased blood flow can make it more challenging to become aroused, resulting in less lubrication and discomfort during sex. Both of these changes are common as we age, and while they may be frustrating, they are a natural part of the aging process. However, there are ways to manage and improve these issues. One couple in their late 60s found themselves dealing with erectile dysfunction. The husband, after speaking with his doctor, was prescribed medication to help with his condition. Along with medication, they made a few lifestyle changes, such as incorporating regular exercise into their routine. They started walking together every day, which helped improve blood circulation. Over time, they found that the combination of medication and exercise allowed them to enjoy intimacy again, and their overall health improved as well. This is a great example of how simple changes, such as improving circulation, can make a big difference in sexual health. One of the most effective ways to improve blood flow is through cardiovascular exercise. Activities like walking, swimming, or cycling can significantly boost circulation, which benefits sexual health as well as overall well-being. A healthy heart and good circulation are key to feeling good in all areas of life, including intimacy. Additionally, a heart-healthy diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can help support blood flow. It's also important to maintain regular checkups for blood pressure and heart health, as these factors play a crucial role in circulation. Remember, making time for regular movement and focusing on a healthy diet are some of the most powerful ways you can boost your blood flow and enhance your sexual health. Even small steps, like taking a walk each day or eating more nutritious foods, can have a lasting positive impact. If you're dealing with any circulation-related issues, don't hesitate to speak with your doctor. They can offer guidance on treatments, medications, or lifestyle changes that can improve your blood flow and ultimately your sexual health. Joint and muscle pain, a surprising roadblock to intimacy. As we age, joint and muscle pain can become more common, often due to conditions like arthritis or the simple wear and tear that comes with time. These pains can affect your ability to move freely and comfortably, and for many people, this can be a surprising roadblock when it comes to intimacy. Whether it's a stiff knee, a sore back, or aching joints, pain can make certain movements or positions feel uncomfortable, which can reduce the joy and satisfaction of being intimate with a partner. For both men and women, discomfort in key areas of the body can limit flexibility, making certain sexual positions difficult or even painful. As a result, intimacy may not be as enjoyable as it once was. For example, some people find that their hips or knees don't move as easily as they did before, or their back starts to ache after a short period of time in a certain position. These issues can be discouraging, but it's important to remember that they are a common part of aging, and there are ways to work around them to maintain a fulfilling sexual relationship. One real-life example comes from a 68-year-old woman named Carol, who experienced significant back and joint pain due to arthritis. For a while, she felt frustrated and disconnected from her husband, as their usual positions became too painful. After some trial and error, Carol discovered that using pillows for support and changing positions made a big difference. By adding cushions for extra support, she was able to reduce strain on her back and hips, allowing her to enjoy intimacy with her partner again. Over time, Carol and her husband found a set of positions that worked well for her body, and they were able to continue having an intimate connection without discomfort. If joint or muscle pain is affecting your intimacy, there are several practical steps you can take to feel more comfortable. First, try experimenting with different sexual positions. Certain positions may put less pressure on sensitive areas of your body, allowing you to enjoy intimacy without discomfort. Using cushions or pillows for support can also help take the pressure off your joints and muscles. For example, you can place a pillow under your knees or lower back to make certain positions more comfortable. Additionally, engaging in joint-friendly exercises like yoga can help improve flexibility and reduce pain, which can ultimately make intimacy feel easier and more enjoyable. There's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to intimacy. What works for one person may not work for another, and that's okay. The key is to find what works for your body. Don't be afraid to experiment with different approaches and talk openly with your partner about what feels good and what doesn't. With a little creativity and patience, you can overcome these physical challenges and continue to enjoy intimate moments that strengthen your connection. The mental game, psychological effects of aging affects not only our physical health, but also our emotional well-being. As we get older, many people experience psychological barriers, such as low self-esteem or body image concerns, which can affect their sexual health. These feelings are normal, but they can create mental blocks that make it harder to enjoy intimacy. When we start to fear that we're no longer attractive or desirable, it can interfere with our ability to connect with our partner on an emotional and physical level. For many people, the fear of losing attraction or feeling unattractive can make it difficult to be intimate. Thoughts like, "I don't look the way I used to," or "I'm not as young or energetic as I once was," can lead to anxiety and self-doubt. This mental block can cause people to pull away from their partners, even when they still want to be close. But the truth is, intimacy is about much more than just appearance. It's about connection, trust, and emotional bonding. Understanding that these feelings are a normal part of aging can help you overcome them and continue to have fulfilling relationships. Take the example of a 72-year-old man named John, who found himself feeling insecure about his body as he got older. He was no longer the strong, youthful man he once was, and he started to feel that his wife might not find him attractive anymore. For a while, this insecurity made him distance himself from his wife, and their intimacy suffered as a result. However, after realizing that his fears were affecting both him and his relationship, he decided to open up to his wife about how he was feeling. They had an honest conversation about their concerns and fears, and his wife reassured him that her love for him went far beyond physical appearance. This open communication allowed them to rekindle their emotional connection, and soon their intimacy felt more meaningful and satisfying. One way to combat these mental barriers is by practicing self-compassion. It is important to be kind to yourself and acknowledge that you are still valuable and worthy of love and intimacy, no matter what changes you're experiencing. Speaking with a counselor or therapist can also be incredibly helpful, as they can guide you through these emotional challenges and help you build confidence and self-esteem. Additionally, focusing on emotional intimacy rather than just physical attraction can help strengthen your connection with your partner. Sharing your thoughts, feelings, and experiences can create a deeper bond that goes beyond the surface. Remember, true connection and intimacy comes from understanding and appreciating each other beyond just the physical. As we age, our bodies may change, but the emotional bond we share with our partners can continue to grow stronger. By addressing our insecurities and focusing on emotional intimacy, we can continue to enjoy fulfilling and loving relationships well into our later years. Sexual response. The slowdown as we age. Many things in our bodies change, and sexual response is no exception. For both men and women, sexual arousal and the time it takes to reach orgasm can slow down. This is a natural part of aging. For men, it can also become more difficult to achieve or maintain an erection. These changes are not something to be ashamed of. They are just part of the process of getting older. However, they can sometimes lead to frustration or disappointment if we expect things to happen the way they once did. Both men and women typically experience longer periods of arousal as they get older. It may take more time to become fully aroused or to feel that intense desire. For some men, erectile dysfunction can become more common as the body's ability to respond sexually decreases. For women, it can take longer to feel lubricated or fully engaged in the experience. These changes can sometimes create frustration, but understanding that this is a normal part of aging can help ease some of that tension. Take, for example, a couple in their 70s, Paul and Susan. Over the years, they noticed that it took longer for both of them to feel aroused and for intimacy to feel satisfying. They had been used to quick moments of passion, but now they found that their connection felt less intense. Instead of feeling discouraged, they decided to take a different approach. They focused on spending more time with each other, engaging in longer foreplay, and exploring new ways to connect physically. They realized that by taking their time, their intimate moments became much more fulfilling. They also noticed that they felt closer emotionally, which made the entire experience more enjoyable. One of the simplest and most effective changes they made was taking more time for foreplay. Instead of rushing straight into the act, they spent more time kissing, touching, and talking. This allowed both of them to feel more engaged and relaxed, which made intimacy more enjoyable. If you're experiencing similar changes, taking your time during these early moments can make a huge difference. It helps both partners to feel connected and appreciated, and it increases the chances of a satisfying experience for both. Being patient with each other's responses is also key. If things are taking longer than they used to, that's okay. There's no need to rush or try to meet a certain expectation. Intimacy is about connection, and that connection can be deepened by being present with your partner, allowing each moment to unfold naturally. Remember, taking it slow can lead to more fulfilling intimacy, even if it takes a little longer. By being patient and focusing on emotional and physical connection, you can enjoy a satisfying and loving sexual relationship, no matter your age. It's not about rushing to the finish line. It's about enjoying the journey together. Medical conditions, hidden barriers. As we get older, chronic conditions like diabetes, hypertension, and even the aftermath of a stroke can have a big impact on sexual health. These medical conditions are more common as we age, and they can affect the way our bodies respond to intimacy. For example, diabetes can cause nerve damage over time, making it harder to feel physical sensations. High blood pressure can reduce blood flow, which is essential for sexual function. Even after a stroke, some people may experience difficulties with sexual health due to physical or emotional changes. These conditions can create hidden barriers to intimacy, but with the right treatment and lifestyle changes, these challenges can often be managed. One of the most common issues is nerve damage caused by diabetes. When blood sugar levels are not well controlled, the nerves in the body can become damaged. This can affect a person's ability to feel sensations, including during sex. This lack of sensation can make intimacy less enjoyable and can lead to frustration. Hypertension, or high blood pressure, can also have a significant impact on sexual health by restricting blood flow to key areas needed for arousal. Men with high blood pressure may experience erectile dysfunction, while women may have difficulty becoming fully aroused or achieving orgasm due to poor circulation. Take the example of Tom, a man in his early 70s who had suffered a stroke a few years earlier. After his stroke, he found that his sexual function was affected. He struggled with getting an erection and felt disconnected from his wife. This change was frustrating and affected both his confidence and his relationship. However, Tom didn't let this stop him. He worked with his doctors to develop a plan that included physical therapy to help improve his circulation and strength. He also started taking medication to help with erectile dysfunction. Over time, these treatments, along with support from his wife, helped Tom regain intimacy and feel more confident in his sexual health. If you're dealing with a chronic condition, it is important to understand that there are ways to manage these issues and improve your sexual health. The first step is to work with your doctor to monitor and control the condition. For example, if you have diabetes, keeping your blood sugar levels within a healthy range can help prevent further nerve damage. If you have high blood pressure, managing it through medication, diet, and regular checkups can improve blood flow and help with sexual function. Quitting smoking and reducing stress are also important lifestyle changes that can benefit your overall health and improve circulation. Managing underlying health conditions can make a world of difference when it comes to your sexual health. It's important to remember that these changes don't have to be permanent. With the right medical care, support, and lifestyle adjustments, you can maintain a fulfilling sexual relationship and continue to feel confident and connected with your partner. Taking care of your health is a key part of maintaining intimacy as you age. And every small step you take to manage these conditions can lead to a better quality of life. Lifestyle factors. The good habits that help a healthy lifestyle plays a big role in sexual well-being, especially as we age. The choices we make every day, what we eat, how active we are, and what habits we follow can all impact our ability to enjoy intimacy. By eating the right foods, staying physically active, and avoiding harmful habits like smoking, we can help improve circulation, boost energy, and support overall sexual health. For example, eating nutrient-rich foods helps maintain good blood circulation, which is important for sexual function. A diet full of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats can help support a healthy heart and improve blood flow to the areas needed for intimacy. On the other hand, unhealthy habits like smoking can restrict blood vessels and reduce blood flow, making it harder to experience full sexual pleasure. Similarly, being physically active helps keep your body in shape, promotes better circulation, and can improve your mood, all of which can positively affect your sexual health. Take the example of Linda and Jack, a couple in their 60s. They realized that their energy levels were dropping, and they weren't feeling as connected during intimate moments. After discussing it, they decided to make some changes to their diet and lifestyle. They started eating more heart-healthy foods like fish, nuts, and leafy greens. They also began cooking more meals at home and cutting down on processed foods. They noticed that not only did they feel better and have more energy, but their sexual connection also improved. Their new eating habits made a difference in how they felt physically and emotionally, leading to a more fulfilling intimate life. If you're looking to improve your sexual health, small changes to your diet and lifestyle can have a big impact. First, try to eat more foods that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, such as salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts. Omega-3 South are known to promote good circulation, which can help improve sexual function. Also, reduce your intake of processed foods and focus on eating more whole, unprocessed options. Adding more fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants to your meals can support overall health and vitality. In addition to making changes to your diet, getting regular physical activity is key. You don't need to run marathons or do intense workouts, but activities like walking, swimming, or even gardening can improve circulation, increase energy levels, and make you feel better overall. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. It's never too late to start living a healthier lifestyle, and the results can be seen in all aspects of life, including intimacy. By focusing on a balanced diet, staying active, and avoiding harmful habits, you can improve your overall health and enjoy a more satisfying and connected relationship with your partner. Small changes can add up to big benefits, and the effort you put into living a healthier lifestyle will make a positive difference in both your physical and emotional well-being. The power of communication. Intimacy through dialogue. Open communication is one of the most important aspects of maintaining intimacy in relationships, especially as we age. As we get older, the changes in our bodies and emotions can affect how we connect with our partners. If we don't talk openly about our sexual needs, feelings, or any discomforts, it can lead to frustration, insecurity, and misunderstandings. Without clear communication, couples may start to feel disconnected or even distant from each other. However, when both partners feel safe to share their thoughts and concerns, it can help strengthen the bond and lead to a more fulfilling and intimate relationship. For many couples, talking about intimacy can feel difficult or uncomfortable, especially if things have changed over time. But being open with each other is key to understanding what each person needs and desires. For example, a couple in their 70s, Mary and John, found that as they got older, they weren't connecting sexually the way they used to. Instead of ignoring the issue or feeling awkward about it, they decided to talk openly about their feelings. Mary shared that she was feeling a little less confident about her body, while John expressed that he wasn't always sure how to make her feel comfortable. By having a candid conversation about their desires, concerns, and even their insecurities, they were able to create a new sense of understanding. They found that talking openly not only helped them improve their physical connection, but also deepened their emotional intimacy. If you're finding that intimacy in your relationship has changed, it's important to have regular conversations with your partner about how you're feeling. Talk about your needs, any discomfort, and what feels good or what doesn't. It might feel awkward at first, but over time, it can become a natural and essential part of your relationship. The more you talk, the more you can understand each other and build trust. Being able to share your thoughts and feelings openly can also help reduce any anxieties or concerns you may have about your sexual health or your relationship. When communication is strong, both partners feel more supported and connected. Discussing intimacy can be about more than just physical needs. It's also about emotional connection and making each other feel valued and understood. So, try to make it a habit to check in with each other regularly, not only about your relationship, but also about how you're feeling emotionally and physically. Remember, communication is the foundation of any strong relationship. The more you talk, the more you can understand each other, work through challenges together, and keep your bond strong. Even as you age, open and honest dialogue will help you maintain a healthy and intimate connection with your partner. Medical aids and devices, enhancing intimacy as we age. Certain medical conditions or changes in our bodies can make intimacy more challenging. Fortunately, there are various medical aids and devices available that can significantly improve sexual health for older adults. Products like Viagra, hormonal treatments, and lubricants can address many of the common problems that affect intimacy, such as erectile dysfunction, vaginal dryness, and other physical barriers to sexual satisfaction. For example, erectile dysfunction is a common issue for many men as they get older. It can happen when blood flow to the penis is reduced, or due to other health conditions like diabetes or heart disease. Viagra is a well-known medication that helps increase blood flow to the penis, making it easier for men to achieve and maintain an erection. Many men who have used Viagra report a significant improvement in their ability to be intimate, which in turn boosts their confidence and enhances their relationship. One 74-year-old man, Jack, shared how using Viagra helped restore his intimacy with his wife. Before using the medication, Jack found it difficult to maintain an erection, which made him feel frustrated and disconnected from his wife. After consulting with his doctor, Jack began taking Viagra, and it allowed him to feel more confident and reconnected with his wife in their sexual relationship. For women, vaginal dryness can be a common issue, especially after menopause, due to a decrease in estrogen levels. This can make sex uncomfortable or even painful. There are various lubricants available over the counter that can help alleviate this problem. These lubricants provide moisture and comfort, making intimacy more enjoyable. For some women, hormone replacement therapy may also be recommended to address hormonal changes and restore vaginal moisture. If you're experiencing any issues with intimacy, it's important to talk to your healthcare provider about possible treatments or medical aids. There is no need to feel embarrassed or ashamed. Doctors are there to help and can provide you with options that work for your specific needs. Whether it's a medication like Viagra for men, lubricants for women, or hormone treatments, there are plenty of solutions available that can restore comfort and pleasure to your intimate moments. Remember, there's no shame in using medical aids to improve your sexual health. These treatments are designed to help you feel better and enjoy the pleasures of intimacy without discomfort. They can help restore the connection you deserve with your partner and allow you to maintain a satisfying and fulfilling sexual relationship as you age. Don't hesitate to speak with your doctor about what options are right for you. It's all about improving your well-being and enjoying a healthy, connected relationship. The role of emotional connection, intimacy beyond the physical. As we get older, emotional intimacy becomes an even more important part of a satisfying sexual relationship. While physical changes are natural as we age, it's important to remember that emotional connection plays a huge role in how we experience intimacy. In fact, emotional closeness can make sexual experiences more meaningful, making intimacy less about physical ability and more about the bond we share with our partner. Emotional intimacy is about feeling connected, understood, and cared for. When partners share their thoughts, feelings, and experiences openly, they build a deeper sense of trust and affection. This emotional connection can make physical intimacy feel more enjoyable because it's grounded in love and mutual respect. For example, a couple in their late 60s, Henry and Claire, noticed that their sexual connection wasn't as strong as it once was. At first, they felt concerned, thinking it was just about their physical abilities. However, after talking openly with each other, they realized that their relationship was missing emotional closeness. They decided to focus more on spending quality time together, engaging in shared activities like going for walks or cooking meals, and having meaningful conversations. As their emotional bond grew stronger, they found that their physical connection also improved. Their intimacy became more about sharing moments of affection, rather than just meeting physical expectations. The key takeaway from Henry and Claire's experience is that emotional intimacy is just as important, if not more important, than physical intimacy. When couples invest time in building a deeper emotional connection, they often find that their physical relationship becomes more fulfilling as well. This could mean holding hands more often, having intimate conversations, or simply showing affection in small ways. The emotional closeness that comes from these actions can lead to a more satisfying sexual life because it makes intimacy feel more about connection and less about performance. To strengthen emotional intimacy, it's important to spend quality time together. This doesn't always mean doing something special or extravagant. It can simply mean being present with your partner, enjoying their company, and showing appreciation. Engaging in shared activities, such as hobbies or outings, can also create opportunities to connect on a deeper level. The goal is to create a safe space where both partners feel valued, heard, and loved. Remember, emotional intimacy often leads to a deeper physical connection. By focusing on building your emotional bond, you can enjoy a more fulfilling sexual life, even as you age. Intimacy isn't just about physical performance. It's about the love, trust, and connection you share with your partner. By nurturing this emotional closeness, you'll find that your relationship becomes stronger and your sexual experiences more meaningful. Stress and anxiety. The hidden impediments stress and anxiety are often invisible barriers that can have a huge impact on sexual health, especially as we age. The pressures of daily life, along with worries about health, finances, or relationships, can make it difficult to fully relax and be present in intimate moments. When stress and anxiety are constant, they can affect your libido and make it harder to enjoy intimacy. These emotional burdens often take a toll on mental well-being, making it harder to focus on the positive, loving connection you have with your partner. Chronic stress can lead to a range of physical and emotional issues that impact sexual health. It can cause a decrease in libido, leaving you feeling uninterested in sex. Anxiety, whether related to health concerns, body image, or fear of intimacy, can further make it difficult to engage in the moment. When your mind is overwhelmed with worry, it can be hard to connect emotionally and physically with your partner. These mental distractions can make it seem like intimacy is more of a chore or something to be avoided, rather than something to enjoy and share with your loved one. Take the example of Barbara, a 70-year-old woman who struggled with anxiety for years. Barbara had always been a nervous person, but as she got older, her stress and worry became more intense. She found that it was affecting her relationship with her husband, and they weren't enjoying intimacy like they used to. Barbara realized that her anxiety was blocking her from being present and feeling connected with her partner. After speaking with her doctor, she decided to try mindfulness and meditation as a way to manage her stress. Over time, Barbara noticed that she was able to relax more easily, and her anxiety decreased. This change allowed her to enjoy intimate moments with her husband once again, as she was able to focus on the emotional and physical connection rather than the worries in her mind. If stress and anxiety are interfering with your intimacy, there are many ways to reduce these feelings and improve your overall well-being. One of the most effective ways is to practice mindfulness, which helps you stay in the present moment and reduces negative thinking. Meditation, even for just a few minutes each day, can help calm your mind and reduce stress. Yoga is another great option, as it combines physical movement with deep breathing, helping to relax both the body and the mind. These practices can help clear your mind, reduce anxiety, and improve your mental health, all of which can enhance your ability to enjoy intimacy with your partner. Managing stress is key to improving your sexual health. The less stress you have, the more you can focus on your partner and the enjoyment of the present moment. By taking steps to reduce anxiety and calm your mind, you can regain the intimacy and connection that might have been lost due to stress. Remember, intimacy is not just about physical touch. It's about emotional and mental closeness too. Managing stress helps you be present with your partner, creating a deeper, more fulfilling experience for both of you. Sexual health for both partners. Mutual understanding, maintaining sexual health. I sin to just about one person as needs it. S about both partners understanding each other as desires and challenges. As we age, our bodies change, and so do our needs and experiences with intimacy. What may have worked for you in the past may not be as effective now. However, when both partners are aware of and on the same page about each other's sexual health, it can lead to a much more fulfilling and satisfying intimate life. When you and your partner communicate openly about your sexual health, it creates a deeper level of understanding and trust. This mutual understanding helps both of you navigate the changes that come with aging, making it easier to adjust and find ways to maintain intimacy. Instead of feeling frustrated or disconnected, couples who communicate openly are more likely to work together to create satisfying experiences, even as their bodies change. The key is to acknowledge that both partners are experiencing changes and to approach these challenges as a team. A real-life example comes from James and Anne, a couple in their 60s. Over time, they began to notice that their physical intimacy wasn't as frequent or enjoyable as it used to be. James found that it took longer to feel aroused, and Anne began to experience some discomfort during sex due to vaginal dryness. Rather than letting these changes create distance between them, they decided to sit down and talk about what they were going through. James listened to Anne's concerns about dryness, and together they researched ways to address it. They also discussed how they could make their intimate moments more about emotional connection rather than just physical satisfaction. Through regular check-ins and adjustments, they found new ways to enjoy their intimacy, and their relationship grew stronger. By understanding each other's challenges and desires, they were able to maintain a satisfying sexual connection. One of the most important things couples can do is to regularly check in with each other about how they are feeling, both emotionally and physically. These conversations don't have to be uncomfortable or awkward. They can simply be a way to make sure that both partners feel heard and supported. Ask each other how you're doing, if anything is bothering you, or if there are any changes that need to be made. This helps ensure that intimacy remains a shared experience where both people feel valued and understood. Remember, your sexual health is a journey you both take together. As your relationship grows and changes, so too will your needs and desires. Supporting each other through these changes can strengthen your bond and keep your connection strong. By communicating openly and regularly, you can continue to enjoy intimacy in a way that works for both of you, no matter what age you are. In this video, we've covered 5 important body changes that can affect intimacy as we age, and the good news is, each one comes with solutions. First, we discussed how hormonal changes can lead to issues like vaginal dryness or reduced libido. For this, options like lubricants or hormone replacement therapy can provide relief. Next, we explored how decreased blood flow can lead to erectile dysfunction and trouble with arousal. Regular exercise and a healthy diet can help improve circulation and sexual health. We also talked about how joint and muscle pain can interfere with intimacy, but with the right positions and cushions, discomfort can be reduced. The mental aspects of aging were also addressed, with a focus on self-compassion and emotional connection to improve intimacy. Finally, we looked at how stress and anxiety can block sexual health, and techniques like mindfulness or yoga can help manage these feelings. It's clear that as we age, our bodies go through many changes that can affect our sexual health. But remember, you're not alone in this. There are plenty of ways to improve your sexual health and maintain a healthy, satisfying relationship as you get older. By understanding the changes your body is going through and making simple adjustments, you can continue to enjoy intimacy and a strong connection with your partner. If you have any thoughts or experiences related to the changes discussed, or if you have questions, we would love to hear from you. Please feel free to leave a comment below and share your story. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and be sure to subscribe for more tips on healthy aging and maintaining intimacy. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe for more advice and support in your journey toward healthy aging and fulfilling relationships.